Hey everybody, and welcome
Welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place.
and welcome to the musical episode of Get Sweaty. We are here to dissect our top 5 musical moments from TV. I am none other than your friendly neighborhood soda. Today, the never-ending soda. Sorry for you guys. Joined by Ben Rayner and 50 Shades of Geek.
I was wondering if anyone was going to get that reference, and thankfully I was right. No one did.
Didn't I just sing it out loud? Isn't that the reference?
No, it's 50 Shades of Geek.
Okay.
I apologize in advance for Taco's ears. I am sorry to do this second week in a row. But if anyone got
Shades of Geek. How's that?
Still wrong. Okay, I will talk after the show, and I'll tell you where it's from. Okay.
I feel sorry for the one viewer watching.
And now it's at 0. Now we were at 0. So don't feel sorry anymore.
They came to dissect our our list. Ben, this was your list. Introduce it.
Yeah, one day last week I was down a rabbit hole on YouTube watching old songs from TV shows, and I'm like, man, I love this category. I'm going to make this my next top 5. And boy, did I have fun making my list. Because I have a top 5. And I also have 8 honorable mentions I'm going to be getting to. I love this topic so much.
I'm sorry, Stark. I'm so sorry.
Never-ending nightmare.
There we go. Now I just realized it's my pick next week, and I don't even have a freaking topic. Hopefully it'll come to.
I'm ready for my close-up, Monsieur.
Mr. DeVille, yeah. Just leave it on you like that. I think it's pretty funny. Just so you know, 50's camera is possessed today, so it's just focusing on whatever it wants in his room. Okay. Ben, what we're going to do is, you know what, Ben, you kick us off today. What's your number 5?
My number 5, I don't think either of you guys watch this show, but I did a rewatch of the show. It's from the show Gallifrey, and in one of the songs in one of the episodes, the main trio of heroes are looking for a place to, place to stay for the night. So they upon this monastery, and when they open up the door, you see a group of monks singing, "Hey, we're the monks," and it's led by the one, the only Leonard Yankovic.
Right on.
You know, it's so funny. I was sending the clip after because I can't do the new justice to the song, but it's a great caption song. I couldn't choose anything from Caravan, and I chose this song. Yeah, hey, it's real now.
That's the thing. Like the episodes that are up here on my list. I don't know about yours, but there were multiple songs from the series. So sometimes it was hard, sometimes it was not. I can't wait to talk about my number 1 though. Hi Taco, it's a good thing you just started watching now. It's horrible singing. Okay, so my number 5 is from the musical episodes of Scrubs. My musical. It is the song "Guy Love." Okay, good.
Okay.
Okay, so 50, you're number 5.
Wait, are we picking specific songs or just episodes?
Songs.
Oh shit. Oh. Scheiße. Okay. So I guess my number 5 might get punted, but it's the song "Put a Little Love in Your Heart" from the musical episode of Flash. Okay, never mind.
I considered putting that somewhere on my list, but I've only seen the episode once, and that was when it aired. Alrighty, Ben, number 4.
The Puntee.
Yeah,
So far, Ben punted 2 of our songs. Did you notice that?
I noticed. He's gonna punt my next one.
What?
But at least I can sleep. I can sit here easily, knowing that I have something on my list that no one's gonna think of. So
Is it an Israeli show?
Nope.
Okay.
But it probably should be.
Oh, brother. Okay, Ben.
Okay, my number 4 is it's a song from Castle. When Castle and Slaughter of being held at gunpoint and they need to distract him. So what does Castle do? He goes to break out these cool boys from West Side Story.
I completely forgot about that because when you said Castle, it was like, is he singing that song that the 2 fucking buddy cops wrote?
No.
It's the one that they wrote a song for Castle and Beckett's wedding.
All right, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. And then you said that, I was like, I totally forgot about that. I really need to do a rewatch, despite the fact I absolutely hate that final season.
Well, and the funny thing is, this bit of that, when they sing that, it is in the final season. So I can find like these little nuggets in the final season.
Okay. Well, in other words, I probably blacked it out.
Yeah, probably. Because in that guy from Firefly with Castle.
Oh, frig! It's Baldwin. Adam Baldwin.
Yeah, it's Baldwin.
I remember now. I remember because it was such a big thing. I kept seeing it all over the internet when it happened. Yeah, I remember now.
So, yeah, it's like a running gag with me and my friend. We just usually send it back and forth to each other to make us laugh. And it's so random and funny.
Have you ever seen Castle 50?
You notice I've been silent this whole time, right?
Okay, but no, that's fair. But fair to say, you know who Nathan Fillion is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a cop procedural show that he did on ABC. It's really, really good. There's a lot of pop culture science reference. They bring in cast members from Firefly and other parts of the Whedonverse. It's a good show. The final season is a season that dare not speak its name. I think you would like it, actually. I really do. We'll talk afterwards.
All I do know about it is I heard a wave of people complaining and crying when the show got canceled a couple of years ago. That's 8th season.
That's me, and I will explain why after the show.
Oh, okay.
It has nothing to do with the show itself.
It's only shit.
Yeah.
I'll explain more to you afterwards. Okay, so my number 4 is, well, the name of this, and I got a feeling Ben's gonna punt it. It's the Never-Ending Story from Stranger Things season 3.
No. It's not a moment.
Punt.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to do that.
You better not.
Even the camera's angry at me over that.
Okay, what's your number 4 there?
Thankfully, it's the only one that no one is ever going to punt from me, and it's The Last Chance Saloon from the classic Doctor Who episode, The Gunfighters.
Yep. Wait, did we get into the musical episode that far back?
I'm getting to that. It's all the way back in the William Hartnell era. Okay, so let me just set the scene for you guys, okay? So, the previous episode, one of my personal favorites, The Celestial Toymaker, an episode that you guys gave me shit for liking the
No. Let me clarify that. It's not that you like the episode. We're not giving you shit. We're giving the BBC shit for the casting.
Yeah, but as you will eventually see tomorrow on the next episode of The Greatest Show in the Galaxy, if you strip down all the racism in that episode, it's a very good episode underneath. Just saying. That being said,
not doubting that.
Okay, that being said, the episode itself ends with the Doctor and friends in the TARDIS. They just acquired this bag of candy from the Celestial Toymaker, and even the Doctor goes, "Oh, the last gift from the celestial toy maker, and he's like, I wonder, and he tries one of the candies and immediately starts screaming in pain, and the episode itself ends with a close up on the bag of candy spread out on the floor, which leads you to believe that maybe the candies were poisoned, because it's a gift from one of the lackeys of the celestial toy maker. But then the next episode opens with the Doctor and friends landing on a town, and the revelation that it wasn't poison. The Doctor just broke one of his teeth because the candy was hard. So he decides to land in the first place the TARDIS decides to land, and he tries to go find himself a dentist, and that dentist happens to be none other than Doc Holliday.
What the heck?
And yeah, so the town they landed in was Tombstone, and the entire episode is basically just a Western musical themed around the main saloon in the city of Tombstone called the Last Chance Saloon. And every major plot point in the episode, I think it's like 4 parts, that episode, 4 or 5 parts, every major transition from one scene to another is accompanied by a woman singing the song about the Last Chance Saloon. And even the first episode, I believe, ends with the companions, Steven and Dodo, being forced at gunpoint to sing the song of the Last Chance Saloon on the piano by some gangsters and some ruffians. And not one of my personal favorite episodes, but the gimmick itself I really liked. I really appreciate the and this is back in an age when, sorry to turn this thing into a Doctor Who conversation for a second, but this is back in an age where Doctor Who allowed itself to do these types of gimmicks, like the episode that immediately preceded this episode, The Celestial Toy Maker. Each episode presented the characters and the viewers with a riddle that was then overlaid on top of the screen at the end of each episode, right before the credits roll. To kind of tease you the next episode. So back in the day, to go back to your point, even back then they used to do gimmicks like this.
That's
which
pretty cool.
sadly it kind of went away with some of the next Doctors that came after it, but this is one of the main reasons why the Hartnell era is one of my personal favorites in Doctor Who in general.
What I wouldn't give for a musical episode of the 11th Doctor.
Oh yeah. That's a Doctor it would make sense for. And I believe that was also the first episode.
Actually, you know which Doctor would really make more sense for? Peter Capaldi, because he used to sing in a punk band with Craig Ferguson as his drummer.
And I'm pretty sure he also won an Oscar for like a best original score. No, he won an Oscar for best short film.
Yeah, that's
at
some point.
Yeah.
Ooh, Capaldi?
And also, Capaldi's playing in a guitar in the second season.
And that's literally him playing the guitar. Like
I remember that. I didn't know he had an Oscar. That's pretty cool.
What, 20 years ago?
Oh, oof. Way before Doctor Who even came back. But where was I? Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the first episode that it's entirely centered in the United States, or America, I should say. Not the first time the Doctor has landed in America, but the first full episode set in America.
So 50, what year were you born again?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
1993.
So Peter Capaldi won his Oscar when you were 2 years old. 1995 for a short film, Franz Kafka's It's a Wonderful Life. Richard E. Grant's in it. For
another Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Ish.
Yeah. Well, The Great Intelligence.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. But he also played like 2 other Doctors.
That's right. I want to bring this up. Legend of Jane Cobb from Firefly. Great choice. Funny episode. I remember I was very late to the Firefly train. Well, not very late, but still a few years late. And I remember people were telling me, like, wait till you get to the Legend of Jane Cobb. And then I got to that episode, like, this is genius. This is genius. All right. So
the Last Chance Saloon.
Before I get punted again, Ben, what is your number 3?
And he put up earlier, Guy Love.
Okay. Guy Love. I love this song.
I love it too. It's my honorable mention.
Yeah, no, this is the one from Scrubs that I always remember. It's the only one I own. It's a love song between two men professing their love for each other about being best friends.
Yeah, it's not. There's nothing gay about it. It's just guy love.
Yeah,
I can't remember the song, but
these are the first two stanzas. Let's face the facts about me and you. Our love unspecified. Though I'm proud to call you Chocolate Bear. The crowd will always talk and stare. I feel exactly those feelings too, and that's why I keep them inside. Because this bear can't bear the world disdain, and sometimes it's easier to hide than explain our guy love. That's all it is. Guy love. He's mine. I'm his. There's nothing gay about it in our eyes.
And it wonder, it's like my list. It's kind of like let's go to the mall from How I Met Your Mother because it keeps coming up after it premieres.
Yep.
It's so well done and so well performed. Actually, if I remember correctly, I think I remember seeing Zach Braff and Donald Faison. They actually performed the song in like a live.
Oh, the bond
audience.
between JD and Turk is the bond between Donald Faison and oh god, Zach Braff.
Zach Braff.
Yeah. It's really him, and it's a very touching song.
Oh, totally.
And I love it.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? We're best friends. We love each other, and who gives a shit? Like that's
And what a great representation of bromance.
exactly like that was
Yeah.
romance. I first heard my first exposure to what the term romance is was those two.
Yeah.
And I just love.
I think my first exposure was Chandler and Joey. But
Well, I mean, like to what a bromance was these guys.
Yeah.
The ones that knew what a bromance was, obviously, oh yeah, Joey and Chandler, like they're the ultimate bros, but it's like these are the ones that introduced me to the concept.
So who would you say
I
has
like the
the
Tucker
better,
and Captain Jack.
It's
who has a better romance? So Joey and Chandler or JD and Turk?
Now that's a tough one because obviously I love Joey and Chandler, but JD and Turk are the same on camera as they are off.
Right.
So I would really give it to them because their bromance extends past the show.
That's
I
a
think
fair point.
I think I would have to agree. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Joey and Chandler got into more arguments than JD and
Oh,
Turk.
they argued like they were a married couple. That's what they were. They were husband and wife without being husband and wife.
Yeah, they even lived together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did I get you? No, you get me, I die. Sorry. I fucking love that. No, you get me, I'm dead. Okay.
Yeah, oh God.
God, I can't wait till in a month from now when I can finally buy that damn Lego apartment set.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's great.
I want to get
wish
that.
I
I want
could.
to. I was looking. There's a few I want to get. I want to get that. I obviously want to get Central Perk.
Which I have.
Yeah, I know you do. Hogwarts would be nice. I might get the Seinfeld one too. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of the show, it's pretty cool.
You
Okay.
have to do. One of me says you have to do a watch for 1 through 9.
I'm-
And here we
on
go.
Seinfeld.
If I'm gonna do it, everyone's telling me don't do the first 2 seasons, which I've already done. So I'm gonna start at season 3.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see if this one gets punted. It's from How I Met Your Mother.
No.
You just got slapped. Whoa! It's the You Just Got Slapped song that Marshall wrote for Barney that appeared 3 times in the show.
It's a good one.
It's such a funny moment. The episode is one of my favorite episodes, but it's just Barney using his pain but harmonizing. You just got slapped. Oh, it's just like, oh, it's so genius. It's so genius.
That's the first Thanksgiving one, right?
Yes, that is the first Slapsgiving. It returns in Slapsgiving 2 as the song featured in the commercial for the game, Slap Bet, and then it reappears at the end when they get the final slap with Boyz II Men.
Oh, no, there's one more snap after that. That's not the
The
final
song
snap.
itself appears 3 times. The song
Okay.
itself appears 3 times. Yes, of course, there's more slaps, all great stuff, but no, the song appears more than and the actor who plays Marshall, he's so talented when it comes to music. Like all you need to do is watch Forgetting Sarah Marshall and the Muppets just to see how talented this guy is with music. And he just got slapped.
He probably wrote all the music Marshall things in.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. There was one that almost made it onto my honorable mentions, and it's the one where they do the email invite for the play date, and Marshall's playing.
Yeah.
Because the guitar player on that is Nuno Bettencourt from Extreme, one of the best guitar players I've ever heard, and he's Rihanna's touring guitarist.
Oh, nice.
Nuno
That's incredible right there.
Nuno Bettencourt is incredible. Okay, 50. You're number 3.
Is the pun from earlier. Never-ending story.
Yes, we do, Jess. This is, as usual, a little bit of confusion. I'm doing.
There ain't nothing confusing about me.
No. As in, people misunderstood what it was again, but we pretty much all just said. I was under the impression it was going to be musical moments from non-musical TV shows, but I didn't realize we would be including the others.
Oh, I made it perfectly clear.
Just asked in the comments, do musical TV shows count? Yes, they count.
Well, okay. To avoid confusion and to avoid getting yelled at again, all of my moments from shows that are actually musicals are in my honorable mentions. So there.
Yeah. But back to the never-ending story. How great the redemption for Dustin in this scene.
Yes.
Because the whole season, he's like, I have a girlfriend, and everyone's like, no, you freaking don't. And then out of nowhere, she appears on the walkie-talkie, and everyone's shocked. And they're like, let's sing the song. And they sing the never-ending story, and it is so beautiful.
And everyone's listening on their walkie-talkies.
Yeah. The only thing I can't remember off the top of my head is why they had to sing it.
Because he needed some calculation that he was off on, and he knew that she knew it. But she would only give him the calculation.
That's great.
And she's like, I want to hear it.
I promise you, Jess, one day I will watch this show.
Yeah, but she says, I want to hear it. And he's like, this really isn't a good time right now. Please don't make me do it. And then he's like, okay, fine. You can get along without me. And he's like, okay, fine. Turn around, look at what you see, and the build up just gets better and better. And as soon as he sings the first line of it, I was like, no way,
yeah,
they did not. And then
what I really liked about this is there, Gaten Matazzaro, who plays Dustin, is actually an accomplished Broadway actor. So he's showing off his skills. Oh, yeah, that's how he got his start in show business, was on Broadway. He played Gavroche in Les Mis. He played the little kid that gets shot at the end of the movie.
I don't know. I heard he put it in his contract for season that he had to sing at least once.
That I didn't know. I didn't know that, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's how he got.
I think I remember hearing that. I could be wrong, but I think I remember that.
Good for him.
No, the dude can sing.
Yeah, he can.
So he was in Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, Les Mis in 2014. He did Cinderella, and he was in Into the Woods.
Cinderella. What are you doing, Cinderella?
It could be a different. He plays Jean-Michel. It's probably a version of the play I've never heard of.
Okay.
Oh, the play Cinderella, not the movie.
Play Cinderella. Yeah, this is a stage.
Now it makes sense.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So
my number 2, right?
Ben.
Yes.
A Hook song, Revenge, from the Once Upon a Time.
Bunt!
Oh, nice.
The tables have turned, motherfucker.
Revenge is gonna be mine. Go ahead, Soda.
My number 2 is from Home Improvement. Ben,
Honorable mention. Honorable mention.
it's not the one you think it is. I'm assuming you're thinking Grease Lightning?
Yeah.
Nope. It's from the series finale. It's where they say goodbye to tour time and they bring in everybody that's helped them make the show what it is, and they're singing one of my absolute least favorite songs, but it fits. Burning Down the House. You've got Mickey on the drums made out of trash cans. You've got Sparky on the ratchet. You've got the Janine with the saw, which is actually a musical instrument. You've got the harmonica player. You've got the grinder, and they make a song out of it. And they celebrate the show. They bring in everybody, and how does this thing end? Tim accidentally lights the set on fire.
Damn, I didn't even think of that. That's a great one.
Grease Lightning is a great choice, but this one's because it's a celebration. Like, I mean, the other
it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, this one's.
I just thought you would have done Grease Lightning because of your love of Grease. That's all.
Yeah. It was close. It was close.
Yeah, I can imagine.
There's something about this because, like I said, you see people you hadn't seen on the show in a while come back.
No, yeah, it makes total sense.
Yeah. Underrated.
I forget. Then what the original tour go? Did Lisa show up? I can't remember.
The who, sir?
Pamela Anderson, didn't she come back?
She didn't for that episode, but she did return in season 6 for a final episode, and that was the one where Heidi with the baby and like she was. Like,
I remember that one. I didn't remember everything.
Yeah, that was a couple of seasons prior to this. Have you seen Home Improvement 50?
I think we went over it already. That I didn't.
I don't know, man. I'm a stoner. I forget things.
I think I'm not sure myself. What do you want from me?
I think you'd have fun with it personally, and one of the boys is voiced by young Simba. Or is young Simba, Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Yeah, thank you for making my Lion King reference for me.
Yeah, you mean nice on that.
I think I'm a bad influence on you guys.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
All right, 50, my friend. What is your number 2?
Well, I already started, so might as well finish. Revenge, revenge, revenge is gonna be mine. Obviously, before earlier in this episode, I asked you if we were only including one song per entry, but yeah, I would gladly have all the songs from that episode, the musical episode of Once Upon a Time. But if I had to pick one that is my favorite, it's gotta be Revenge. But first of all, it just completely ruins the canon of the show. But it's okay because it was later retconned by the Blue Fairy and everybody forgot about it. So it's fine. But just to have Hulk sing about him getting revenge on the Dark One for cutting off his hand and killing the woman he loved is just one of the greatest moments of that episode in particular, but the show in general. But like I said, I would gladly have Wicked Always Wins on my list. It's been a while since I've listened to all those songs, but like the Evil Queen's song and the song that starts the piece, Snow White and Prince Charming, realizing that they're stuck in this song-like state and everyone's forced to sing. It's just that episode is so great, and I guess I'm getting a close-up for this one. But it's a little weird that. Okay, thank you. It's a little weird that from a studio like Disney, it took them 6 seasons to have a musical episode, and was the penultimate episode of what people thought was going to be the last. Yeah.
Sorry,
feel free to keep interrupting me, Jess. Anytime you like. But it's weird that they took them 6 seasons to introduce a musical episode on the penultimate episode of what people thought would be the last season of the show.
They got the dude from The Mummy to play Jafar.
Oh yeah. Israeli actor,
you,
by the way. Israeli actor. Just wanted to point that out.
You would
be surprised who they can get for that show. And
it has. Well, I'm guessing you saw the first season. It has Sebastian Stan.
I want to say the first 3 seasons. I got to when Hook first appeared.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
season 2. Yeah,
That's season 2. Yeah.
I think I got into season 3 though.
Yeah, but like I said, they had Sebastian Stan years, or rather, actually a few months before the Winter Soldier,
That's why
and
he had
him
to
and
leave.
Jennifer Morrison were dating at the time.
That's why he had to leave the show. Was because
Wait,
of that.
who is he dating?
Jennifer Morrison.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting. That is interesting.
And also, I mean, it's very common knowledge at this point, but Jennifer Goodwin and Josh Dallas were married couple.
Show, yeah.
And her pregnancy in season 3 is actually real, I think.
Oh, that I did.
Yeah. Yep. If I could just chime in, because it's also about this, I love this song. There is a teeny bit of creepiness when you think that at that time Hook is singing the song, Snow White is pregnant with his future wife.
Man, there's just so many shows I got to go watch. Like now, this one, now that I see that Oded Fair is in it, I'm like, son of a bitch.
You know what, Ben? I never really thought about that until you brought it up.
It adds a little bit of creepiness, but it's a great song. I mean, he didn't think about this song or the final song when they did get everybody in on it at the wedding itself. And they have great episode with great songs in it. And I love the first 3 seasons of that show. 4 and 5 were okay. 6 and 7 were great too, in my opinion.
And I would say season 7 was unnecessary, but I'm glad that we had it to conclude all the stories the right way. But what you just said about that, the inherent creepiness, kind of reminds me, and I'm sorry again for doing this again, but it kind of reminds me of this.
Yeah.
You
really get it once you get it, but when you first hear about it, you're like, what are you watching?
Yeah.
All right, Benny boy. Now it's honorable mention time.
Honorable mention time.
Okay, my very honorable mention, the Suit song from How I Met Your Mother.
That's on mine as well.
The Dale from the Legends of Tomorrow scene. Home Improvement, Grease Lightning. That 70s show, you're the one that I want.
Oh, yeah.
My God, Mila Kunis in that scene? Oh my God. Cougar Town, Hook Kind of Feeling, featuring Matthew Perry and Courtney Cox. Another song from Calumet, Simple Friends from the Flash episode, and Stranger Things, the Reddit story.
You did have a lot. I ended up taking one off my list because I'm realizing I've only seen the episode once. It's not, it shouldn't even be on there. It was the Once More with Feeling episode of Buffy. It's the only episode I've ever seen the show. But my honorable mentions are Nothing Suits Me Like a Suit. The entire 200th episode of Supernatural. Because that's the one where they go to the high school and the person wrote the fan fiction musical based on Sam and Dean's adventures in the storybooks. And they actually do a stage version, a musical version of Carry On My Wayward Son. Great episode. Go check it out. It's probably the most meta episode of How I Met Your of Supernatural.
How I Met Your
Even more meta than the episode where Dean and Sam get transported into all reality and have to play.
It's a different type of meta. Like that's like transporting the real world. This is their adventures are in book form in the universe. So students took the books and turned it into a musical, not knowing these are real people. So the whole episode is callbacks to the previous 200 episodes from things and things that the guys didn't remember.
Can you watch this episode as a standalone?
Yes, because there's enough to recap it. Like it's a celebration. It's almost like a celebration episode. So yeah, you could watch it on its own.
Perfect.
And then this was originally my number one until this morning, and I woke up and I realized I'm gonna change it for this one time. And it is from Full House, season 4. It is from The Wedding. It is Jesse singing Forever to Becky with the choir.
Ooh.
that is my favorite song from the show. But I changed my number one, which is also from Full House, today for a special reason.
Oh,
I think I know. I think I can imagine.
Okay, before we get there, Ben.
No,
Or-
no,
Hey,
no.
have any
Finish,
honorable mentions?
finish.
Normally you don't, but do you have any honorable mentions this time?
okay. So, in an effort to avoid another confrontation with a certain blue-haired genius at Star Wars Aliens, I'm going to yeah, that. I decided to have musical shows or the moments from musical shows on my honorable mentions, some of which happen to include The Lion Guard, for obvious reasons, and some of the musical performances in the Timon and Pumbaa show. And again, this falls into the technicality category, so I didn't put it on my list. But when the first season of Pokemon started having songs at the end of each episode, but not as part of the main episode itself, and straight up musical moments in non-musical episodes or non-musical shows, The Best Day Ever from SpongeBob, and Puppets of Tomorrow from Legends of Tomorrow. That episode that is one of my personal favorite time travel episodes.
Three episodes.
That is an awesome episode. And an awesome scene. Oh my god.
Puppets of Tomorrow,
I need to go
Puppets
back.
of Tomorrow.
I haven't finished that show off yet.
I hopped off last season.
Yeah, I hopped off about 2 years ago.
Yeah, when they spoiler alert made Gary an alien, I was like, okay, I'm out.
Yeah. The same thing.
Which one's? Oh,
Mhm.
Gary. Okay, I was like, which one's he? I don't remember.
Yeah.
That was your final honorable mention, 50?
Yep.
Okay, so Ben.
Now we can go to my number 5, which is actually Ben's number 1. I did the math.
Yeah. Put a little love in your heart. In the not in the opening song, but in the song with the entire cast singing when Flash and Supergirl transported into a musical. You have everybody chiming in. You have Cisco. You have Win. You have God, I almost hit Captain Jack. You have Malcolm Merlin. You
Yeah,
have
Captain Jack. I mean, he is Captain. To me, he's always Captain Jack. Like, I love Malcolm Merlin as a character, but he's Captain Jack. Come on.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that. Yeah. And they have fun song that includes everyone. And it gets you in the mood. It puts a smile on my face. I love that song.
I have, like I said earlier, I haven't seen it since it aired, and I think I actually have it on DVD.
The reason it's my number 5 is because it's my one favorite song from that episode.
It's
I
the one
did
thing I
not
will say
appreciate that episode much.
is I don't think anybody but Melissa Benoist and Grant Gustin could have pulled that off because they are musically trained.
So is John Barrowman.
Well, yeah, John Barrowman, but I'm saying like any other actor as the Flash and Supergirl, I don't think could have pulled it off. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Well, of course, Barrowman could.
Yeah,
do it.
I don't think we could ever see Stephen Amell do a rap about being the Green Arrow.
No, but you can go watch Stephen Amell be a professional wrestler. On Stars, he actually wrestled 2 real deal professional wrestling matches before heels.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He's a heel.
He's a heel, damn it.
But one of the best things in that episode is I believe that's the only episode, I guess pre-crisis, that they gave us Cisco and Win at the same location.
Yeah, that's right. And that's another one. Win, the actor who plays Win, is also an accomplished Broadway singer. When they did the workshop to get Greatest Showman greenlit, he was singing Hugh Jackman's parts because he couldn't, because he just had a cancerous growth taken from his nose. So the actor who played Win did it for him. And you can actually go watch the video of when they do from now on. That actor starts it, but if you watch Hugh Jackman, you can see him kind of get into it. And after a while, he starts taking over for him. And finally, he belts out the song while bleeding from his nose because the stitches popped.
Ouch.
It's one of those, you watch it, and it's an inspirational moment. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So my number one?
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, originally it was the wedding version of Forever because I love that song to pieces. However, I went for this purpose from 3 episodes earlier. It is an episode called Old Brown Eyes.
Yeah,
Now,
I knew it.
the crux of this episode is DJ wants to do a sold-out benefit concert at Uncle Jesse's Smash Club to raise money for a new computer for her school. 90s, folks. And Danny is the host, but he wants to perform with the Rippers. However, DJ's a teenager, embarrassed by her dad. She comes home to find Danny rocking out to the Who's My Generation in the living room. Like, enough. There's the whole hurt feelings things like you do at the end, but finally they're at the Smash Club. JJ walks up to her dad, he said, I'm not going to perform. I don't want to embarrass you. But she says, bust a move. So he goes up there and he sings the song he used to sing to her as a little girl, My Girl, and wows the audience. And the reason I chose that is because we just lost Bob Saget, the ultimate TV dad. And that is a moment where it's just like he's saying his love for his daughter and vice versa. And
yeah, me, I didn't want to get emotional today.
Yeah, too late.
Yeah,
I woke up this morning and that's the first thing that was in my head when I woke up this morning. So I said I have to put it on my list.
of course. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, because that right there just shows how much of a father Danny Tanner was. That's one of the many, many, many examples. But
I think we can also show you how good of a singer Bob Saget actually was.
Bob Saget is very, very talented. Now, if you want to see something funny, you should see him trying to do My Generation earlier in the episode.
Oh, I love that. That might be my favorite.
It's funny, but it's when you see him just, I'm just here on the stage singing to my daughter.
Okay, I have to ask you real quick. Who will let them parents better? Danny Tanner or Ross together?
I'm going to go with Ross because of the hilarity that ensued. Especially because the scene where he's trying to pull it up the powder and his hands slip and he hits himself in the head was not supposed to happen.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was not supposed to happen. But yes, this is my number one because I want to honor, in my opinion, the ultimate TV dad, Bob Saget, as Danny Tanner singing My Girl to his oldest daughter, DJ. And thank you very much for joining us on the show, folks.
No, I want to hear Vinny number one.
It was, yes. I had to cut the silence out somehow, 50. I knew you still had your number.
Yeah, I was. I don't want to say my number one after that emotional. Can that be the last one?
Hey, Jess, just make sure you have a box of Kleenex sitting beside you. All right, 50, go ahead.
Okay, so my number one. Doom, 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 doom. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one. Can you guess which show that song was featured in?
I'm going to guess The Lion King.
What?
Timon and Pumbaa.
No. Lucifer.
Never seen Lucifer.
Oh,
I know you've never seen it, but could you at least give a guess that wasn't Lion King related?
How was I supposed to? It's you.
Well, that says it all. It's you. That's really all I needed to do. So yeah, Lucifer. Okay, so let me set the scene for you guys. Lucifer, not the most recent season, though. Season prior to that, the middle of the season, the halfway point of the season, like Lucifer and his brother Amenadiel and his other brother Michael are about to have an angelic fight, and then time freezes because guess who came to dinner? Daddy. God landed on Earth, and that was gonna set up the next half of the season. The next half of the season, God was gonna show up, and there was gonna be some reconciliation between Lucifer and his dad, and his brother Michael, and the angels and demons need to reconcile themselves. And in the next episode, after Lucifer and the detective had a sort of maybe breakup, they go back to the usual routine, which then everyone starts breaking into a song and dance of Another One Bites the Dust. And it's one of the most awesome moments in TV history. And then you realize what's happening. First of all, you realize after 3 seconds that, oh, they're making a musical episode. I'm here for it. But then you realize what's actually happening is God is making everyone sing and dance to relevant songs to the situation. And it is one of the funniest things ever. And like later in the episode, he makes Lucifer and another woman sing a very appropriate song to Lucifer and God. Every move you make, every step you take, every claim you stake, every breath you take, I'll be watching you. And it's one of the... What?
The ultimate stalker song.
Or, the ultimate God song, because,
That's true.
And I just love the episode, but if it wasn't for Another One Bites the Dust, in the specific scene it was set in, it set the tone for the entire episode, so it's got to be my favorite in that episode. And I believe it right at the end, that is Lucifer and God just go full Les Mis in Lucifer's apartment, and it's incredible. No, it's I Dreamed a Dream.
Oh, really? Okay.
Nice.
Oh, you know what's actually a good a TV episode that uses that song? It's in season 1 of Glee, and it's Idina Menzel's in the episode, and I think
Adele Dazeem.
Yes, her, and I think it's the episode where Rachel finds out that that's her birth mom. But basically, they sing a duet of "I Dreamed a Dream," and it's so beautiful, still beautiful.
I almost put a Lucifer song on my list. I don't know what episode it is, because all I know it from was YouTube, that's why I didn't include it. And then I Will Survive, when he gets into a singing fight with somebody.
This is Snark's #1 song, "Chocolate Salty Balls" from South Park.
Right.
Okay, folks, so that is...
Thanks for not making it weird.
I made y'all cry. Might as well make it weird. So I've come across my choice. It is top 5 TV crossovers, but one caveat:
Right.
no MCU, no Arrowverse. Those are too easy.
Not sure the MCU has crossovers yet.
It is what shows. And you've also got Daredevil and Lucy and the other stuff on Netflix. And
But is that MCU really?
I'm counting it in here.
Okay.
Just because those ones are too easy.
Fair point. Okay, fair point. Question.
Yes.
Does it count if a show is crossing over with its own past, if you get my meaning?
I know you want to include Doctor Who, so yes, I will allow Doctor Who, but only one example.
Okay. But wait. Oh, man. Never mind. I blew it.
I was gonna say my DMs are always open if you have more questions throughout the week.
Okay. Because I was going to go multi-doctor story.
Yeah, that works. That works.
Yeah, but then there's another episode that is also a crossover with different shows. So can I count them both separately?
No.
Okay. So I know which one I'm going with.
But I will say this, though. If you want to put the other one in your honorable mentions, you can. That's like what we do.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So actually, yeah, that should be fun because there are definitely quite a few of them, especially some from the early years of TGIF, which I can't wait to touch on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, folks. So yeah, no, definitely drop your lists in the comment. Like I saw some great choices in our live chat. Hopefully, we'll see some great ones in the comment. And also, don't tweet us out your things as well. You know where to find us on Twitter if you already follow us. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us today. Ben, where can everybody find you?
It's not even me. You can find me on my Twitter at man_radio. You can find me on the channel later tonight on Northern Online with my co-host and friend Cesar Kiwi. You can find me on Rewind on Tape Minnesota on Thursday. Mount Schmoedown is coming back. More information about that coming soon, very soon.
Very soon.
Very, very soon. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'm all over the place. You can find me wherever.
And 50, what about you?
Speaking of Doctor Who, you can also find me tomorrow taking a stroll down memory lane and talking about all my personal favorite episodes from the classic era of Doctor Who. There's a little short list of episodes I might have had from each and every single Doctor, and it's on the greatest show in the galaxy, my own Doctor Who show. You can find me every week right here on Get Sweaty, on Rewind the Tape when I can make it, and some of the other various shows on this very channel. And you can also find me on my own personal YouTube channel, 50 Shades of Geek.
And as for myself, you can find me on my personal Twitter and Instagram at soda_the_saxman. You can find me coming back this Wednesday with a squared slice, where myself and Dustin will be giving our review of this past weekend's Royal Rumble. You can also find me on the shows that Ben mentioned that he's on, that I'm on. And you could also find me producing Northern Unwind tonight. And we do have some great guests. We've got Rachel Silvestrini, and we do have Moose Haas as well. So definitely check into that. So thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to like this video. Like I said, leave your comments. Tell us what your choices are for some of your favorite TV musical moments. And on behalf of myself, Ben, and 50 Shades of Geek, we will see you next week on Get Sweaty. Have a sweaty week.